What is it that destroys joy and meaning and purpose in life? You say, Bill, that's awful negative. Oh, it is. Let me ask it another way. What is it that helps instill joy and meaning and purpose in life? Welcome to this, your daily 180 Bible study. This week we're talking about reasons to be joyful. And I'm going to tell you something, friends. When you study the Bible and you're a true follower of God, you do have reasons to be joyful. And one of the reasons why the faithful child of God can be joyful is because proper values leads to joy. As a matter of fact, I want you to consider Proverbs chapter 21 and verse number 15. It is a joy for the just to do justice, but the destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. You see both sides of the coin there. Oh man, it's joy to do the right thing, to do what God would have you to do. It is the best way to live. Did you realize that God, when He gives us a command, it's not just an arbitrary idea because He says, well, I got to give you some rules to live by. No, we humans may do that, but not God. Every command given from God is good for us and ultimately draws us closer to Him if we'll follow it and be obedient to all His commands. But if we don't, it's destruction. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse number 8 is a great point. When we're living by proper values and not living a life of divided values, a life that says, well, I want to live a little bit for God and a little bit for the world, it won't work, friends. You're destroying yourself. You're destroying any hope of happiness and joy in your life. You may have momentary happiness for a season, but listen, it will destroy you ultimately to live a life of divided values. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8 talks about the fact that bodily exercise, there's a little profit to it, but godliness is profitable for all things, having the promise of the life that now is. Get that? The promise of the life that now is and that which is to come. The best way to live right now is as a faithful child of God, following God's values. You want to know about what happens when we don't follow God's values? 2 Peter chapter 2, verse number 22 talks about the person who has fallen from grace, that person who has become unfaithful to the Lord. And there, Peter compares that individual who's fallen from grace to a dog who returns to his own vomit. You say, oh, Bill, that's disgusting. Let me tell you something. A person who claims to be a Christian but decides to live in sin is living a disgusting life and will experience no real joy. Join us again tomorrow for your Daily 180.